My name is Judd.
My name is Rich.
And this is a comic strip AP of Sorcerer featuring the fell adventures of Percival Lowder. And when we last saw Percival Lowder, he had dinner with the first member of the Rivals, the rival coven, who threatened his life in the very first episode. And we met the first member of that coven, Dumas, who was an old mountain of a man. And they had a lovely dinner.
We did.
Because that's what you do with your enemies. You sit down, you have dinner.
Yep, exactly. That's not at all a prelude to war between two generals, right?
Totally not. Totally not. And I believe in the last game we ended with you calling Addison and inferring that you were going to sacrifice Frederick to someone, maybe. Yes?
Yes.
Cool. So, what are you doing? How are you bringing Frederick in?
I think since Addison has a lot of experience in this, I'd like to kind of bring in with him, go meet him somewhere.
Okay.
Set up a meeting and talk through my idea with him. Where would he meet me? Would this be a diner or somewhere else?
I would like to make up somewhere really cool, but I'm not. I'm going to make up somewhere really mundane. Addison meets you at a Starbucks.
Okay. Yes. Nice. Okay, so we meet at a Starbucks. That sounds great. I'll even make sure that people see me with my mobile phone.
He has a drink ready. I think Addison is real. One of the reasons he's the leader, he's an older guy, but one of the reasons he's a leader is because he's very considerate and he has the drink that you would want at this time of night ready, right? So like, if you don't mind caffeine, he would have a coffee ready. If you do mind caffeine, he'd have like a peppermint tea. Like he would have like your drink at the seat next to him ready. Steaming hot. And he has a computer between you because his jaw is wired shut, so he wants to be able to type.
Okay. Yeah, so caffeine's not a problem. There would just be a nice latte there ready for me.
Sounds good. Yeah, they do that. So he's got one ready for you. And he says, he types, "What's up?"
I met with one of the rival coven, a guy by the name of Dumas. Have you ever heard of him?
He says, he nods and says, "I know Dumas." What did you think of him?
He seemed forthright. I don't want to say that I trust him, but it seems like he has a sense of fair play. Is that the right read?
Be very careful. He is very dangerous.
Yeah. Well, he threw Frederick to the wolves. He openly told me that Frederick is a traitor.
Okay. How do you want to handle this?
Vanderbilt is bloodthirsty. I think 2 birds, 1 stone.
My recommendation is you don't do that right away. You've fed Vanderbilt pretty recently. I would wait till it's a little hungry.
If I feed it too frequently, it gains a hunger?
No, but I would space it out.
Then we have to figure out what to do with Frederick now. Feed him false information? Ignore it?
We could be forthright. We could confront him.
Then he's going to be on the defensive.
Yeah.
Then when I do need to feed Vanderbilt, it will be harder.
He's already going to be defensive. He knows. He's got to be scared out of his mind. I'm trying to look at this from his point of view. He must be really bitter and upset to have done this.
Yeah. Addison, you're coven.
Fuck. Yeah, no, I know. He rubs his face. And he realizes, his first instinct is to be giving, and then I think it dawns on him that he's eating through a straw. Like, he takes a sip of a protein drink, and it dawns on him that he has to eat this way because of Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He wasn't making that connection, and then when you say that, he says, "Okay."
Okay.
You want to feed it?
I want to feed it. Before he can do any more harm.
I'll back your play.
Good. I think it's too soon to say that Flatiron is starved. I need to get him to Vanderbilt.
How the F are you going to do that?
I have to tempt him there. I have to give him a carrot. What if he thinks there's something he can barter with the rivals? Some critical information about Vanderbilt.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what is going to get him out there beyond throwing him in the trunk of your slick car out there.
Okay, we can do that. Listen, you are in no shape to get in a fight, and it's not really my forte, but I've got a demon that I can count on. I don't want anything tracing back to me. I don't want anything tracing back to you, but I need to get him in the open to at least throw him in the back of a car. Recommendations?
He's working on a new art installation. I mean, he's going to be at the Flatiron.
Perfect. I'll meet him there. I may need you for backup or advice, but I'll do this.
There's that diner right near 1 Vanderbilt. I'll be there. I'll have my phone on.
Okay. I reach out and I gently squeeze his shoulder because I don't know where else he's masked up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Addison.
He pats your hand. Let me know if you need anything.
And then I grab my little bit of latte and I'll head out.
Cool.
I'm going to go find Frederick.
Yeah, Frederick is in the art studio. Not studio. Oh, that's where you would make the art. He is in the...
Like the gallery?
Yeah, the gallery. He's in the art gallery and he is hanging pictures with his boyfriend. And when you walk in, they're getting a little short with each other, but it's just, pre-opening night kind of jitters type thing.
Okay. I'll stand near the door and just wait for Frederick to come to me.
He says, can you just put it the way I want it, please? I don't have time for this. Hey, Percival. How are you doing?
I'm good, Frederick. Do you have a minute to talk?
Sure. I mean, not really, but...
No, I understand. Just a minute. An honest minute.
Okay.
Step out into the hallway.
What's up?
Listen, I know you've got everything going on. When is the actual show? Is it in the afternoon or the evening?
It's not till tomorrow evening, but I'm just trying to get ahead of it,
Right.
With everything going on.
I'm having a little trouble with Vanderbilt.
Already?
Yeah. Evidently, the binding wasn't as strong as I thought it was.
Man.
So, I know this is a bad time, but I talked to Addison, and he said if I can have another sorcerer help me restore the binding, it's stronger, I mean, it's usually a 1-to-1 contract, and I know you want one. This'll help me make sure that Vanderbilt's mine.
Show me the ropes a little bit?
Yeah. Because I don't know. I just don't know if Julio has the talent. And Addison's lost one before.
Oh, that's really good. That's really, really good. So I want you to make a will roll.
Okay.
So I think you played into a bunch of stuff, right? Because I think Julio is the custodian who's going to architecture school at night school, right?
Right.
So you you played into Frederick's racism basically, and you played into his pomposity all over the place. So it's really good.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna say make a will roll, but add 2 dice to it.
Okay, cool. Now I'm fine with that covering it, but I do have high self-esteem and user/manipulative as part of my will. So that's what I was trying to angle towards.
Yeah, and that doesn't add dice. It's more of a descriptor than an adder.
Okay, awesome. So I'm rolling 7 dice here with those plus 2 dice.
Yes, and I'm rolling 3.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
That is not great.
Nice.
You've rolled terribly.
My high is a 3, and you beat me with
1, 2, 3 dice. Beat you. Yeah.
Yeah. He totally buys it. He says, let me go get my jacket. And you hear him have kind of an argument with Samuel a little bit about leaving right now while Samuel's there to get him ready. And he tells him this is really important and excitedly kind of gives him a kiss on the neck while he's on his way out and then runs out.
Cool. I'll have him get in the Phantom with me.
Cool. He says, wow, where'd you get this? Where'd you get the wheels?
Perks of having a demon, man.
Holy cow.
It's worth it. All the hard struggle, the sweat, the study, the risk, it's worth it.
I think, as you say, like the risk, the struggle, Clarissa is in the car. And she's like in the seat facing you, you know, like a limo seat.
Nice.
And she says, the blood.
And sweat and tears. All that stuff.
He looks kind of nervous and he nods. And shall we end there as you drive off towards Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
And we'll start with getting to Vanderbilt next time?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Cool. Awesome.
Hi, this is Jason from the Gauntlet Gaming Community. If you enjoyed this episode of Comic Strip AP, please consider supporting the Gauntlet on Patreon. Our page can be found at patreon.com/gauntlet.